a brand new configuration, and it's a try-it-all. What I love about this is that for that price, $34.95, you are getting over 5 pounds, in fact, 5.5 pounds of 4 different treats, and they come in individual boxes. So what that means to all of us is, for $34, for less than $7 pretty much, you are getting a gift for somebody you love, or wonderful ways to show up at somebody's house so you're not empty-handed. 5.5 pounds of their top sellers.
5.5 pounds. So if we lift this here, you know, we always got to talk about this. I mean, I could, you know, do a little bit of lifting over here. It's 4 different boxes. If you were to go to David's, each one of these would represent around $20 to $25 each if you were ordering them from David's website.
Yes.
And that's to say that everything we offer here is even on the website, because it's not always the case.
Right.
You know, what we're doing special on this one is we're giving you the raspberry cheesecake brownies.
Oh my God. Did you see me just smile?
I know, you just totally smiled. I know, when I saw that, I said,
I did the little snowman smile.
Oh my gosh. So what you're getting is a full tray of the raspberry cheesecake brownies. You're getting a full tray of our original crumb cake. You're getting a box full of the chocolate enrobed brownies with white chocolate drizzle. Do you see her grabbing my arm just now?
Are my favorite.
And then you're getting a full pound of the #1 selling, #1 loved butter pecan meltaways. So that's giving you 5.5 pounds of David's. 4 separate packages, which could be 4 separate gifts. Let's dive into it, shall we?
See, where do we even start? First of all, I love that they gave you like top sellers. They gave you their classics. They didn't give you duds that, you know, they couldn't sell. They gave you their best ones. And then the 4 flex on everything, that's $8.74 to bring home 5.5 pounds of fresh baked confections.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. And so I am going into our raspberry cheesecake brownie, and what I want you to know about this is that it starts with our melted down chocolate. This is not a mix. We never use mixes at David's. We never put water in our chocolate. This is full on melted down chocolate that is then piped by hand with New York style cheesecake and our raspberry it's real raspberry piping.
One of the best combinations in the world is chocolate and raspberry.
It's so
just, they were meant to be married.
They were meant to be married. Well, they are in this cheesecake brownie. So you're gonna get a full tray of this to start with. Then, which is almost 2 pounds. Then we're gonna do butter pecan meltaways, and I like to show 2 of these always side by side, because I want you to know that these are hand rolled at David's. These are made by hand. They are hand sifted with the powdered sugar on top. So no 2 that are the same. They're always very unique, and we're actually gonna show you just for a moment how they're coming out. You know, what I love about David's, and I was in the factory earlier this year, it was so amazing to see all the workers and how hard they work to make sure that they make you the best goodies possible. So I saw everything going down the line. I saw them hand sifting these. I saw the chocolate, you know, and they're making sure that the quality is there, that every piece is perfect when it arrives to you. And I think, you know, that's what speaks to the fact that we've been here for 14 years.
I know.
That's why, because not only are we giving you a great deal, but we're giving you great quality.
Well, you're confident that when you get it home, you know the David's quality. So you get it home, you're like, I can rest assured I did a good purchase today.
Absolutely. And you know what it comes down to with the pecan meltaways when we break into them? It's a subtle cookie. You know, this time of year we talk about wedding cookies, Mexican cookies, we call them Russian tea cakes. There's so many names. We call them meltaways because they melt in your mouth. So you got that shortbread subtle cookie. You can see the chunks of pecans actually right in here. And that's all throughout. And then we just get that powdered sugar on top to give you that perfect melt in your mouth goodness. I love these any time of the day.
You think?
I would really great in the morning with coffee.
It's such a clean little cookie, whether it's coffee, whether it's tea, whether it's chamomile, whether it's wine, champagne. I mean, it works. I mean, she's perfect.
Find myself, I have a box in my fridge right now, and I do find myself going like throughout the day, I'll be like, I'll just have one of these right now.
Just one.
You know, just one, and it's perfect. So you're gonna get a full pound of those, so a box is those.
I will try not to make too many sound effects for these.
Okay, so look, here we go again. I wanna show you 2 side by side. Please notice how they look different, because these are hand drizzled. So it starts with our chocolate that is melted down. Again, no mixes at David's. I can't say that enough. We have no preservatives because everything is absolutely fresh, and we're baking it and bringing it to you right upon your order. So all of these are not even made yet. They're gonna get made today after we get your order.
Yes.
And look what happens here. Do you see how soft this is? It's almost like a fudge kind of texture.
They're not sitting in a warehouse. They're not gathering dust. They're not praying that you order these. They know that you're gonna order them and they're gonna bake them fresh for you. That's so important. Okay.
Absolutely. So you're gonna get a full box of these, okay, and a full pound of those. Then we move on to, again, these are just amazing. The original crumb cake gives you that pound cake bottom that is so super moist and soft that it just, again, melts in your mouth. And then you're getting that streusel topping, the cinnamon streusel topping that is just absolutely perfect. And we always give you a lot of crumb because
they don't skim.
That's the most...
Because people fight over the crumb, right?
That's the favorite
I know.
part. Again, here we are by hand, putting everything together for you and making sure it is absolutely perfect. Even the crumb topping is done by hand at David's. Once we get this out, we ship it straight to you. It's not going to sit in a freezer anywhere. It's not going to, you know, wait in a box somewhere. No, it's coming super duper fresh.
But it's nice that you mentioned that because you can order these now, and if you weren't planning on using them for Christmas, they have a shelf life. Like, you can keep them for how long? Up to 6 months?
Up to 6 months. All you want to do, if you're not going to use them within, I'd say, about 48 to 72 hours, you want to go ahead and just place them in the freezer. Now, the one thing that does not have to be stored in the freezer is the melt-aways. They actually have, they can store just, you know, in a cabinet.
Makes your life easier, you know, so why go ahead? I mean, maybe you can bake one dessert instead of baking, you know, 3 for the family, because now you're covered with an assortment of beautiful treats for your family. Or you have 4 distinct treats or gifts here. You're pretty much paying less than $7 a pound here. You're getting 5.5 pounds for under $35. And if you think about just when you go to the coffee shop and you buy a coffee and you buy 1 treat, I mean, how much are you paying for 1 treat?
Absolutely.
And 1 coffee, I mean, certainly more than $7. You're getting a whole tray here for less than $7.
You know, and again, 5.5 pounds means that you have plenty here to share. And you know, when it comes down to things like the brownies, it's a full tray of brownies. It's 26 ounces. Please look at that chocolate, how it's just moving through my fingers. And then here, okay, oh, and look, we got jam now on my fingers. So we, again, hand pipe these. So it's New York style cheesecake and pure raspberry jam that's in here. It's absolutely delicious. And it's gonna give you that, like you said, that perfect marriage of meeting a sweet
because if you think it's too sweet, you know, the raspberry, that tartness, that brightness kind of cuts it and makes it brighter, that chocolatey goodness. Oh, it's so perfect.
And I want to mention
everything is perfect.
The cheesecake too isn't overwhelming. It's perfect. It's not that, you know, because you think cheesecake real sweet, but the way it's piped on top, it just adds like a little kick at the end. So you bite into it and you get the chocolate and then you get just a little kick and then the tart.
I will tell you too, what's really important, remember, you're getting 4 individual boxes, 4 distinct treats, over 5 pounds, so 5.5 pounds to be exact, all baked fresh when you order it. I want you to take a look at that shipping and handling, because that's just $2.95. To get things on time that are baked fresh for $2.95, because it takes a lot to keep your treats and your products fresh, especially this time of year with all the shipping concerns, right? That's a big deal. So keep that in mind. You're just paying a reduced shipping there, $8.74 for 5.5 pounds of treats. You get them home now. You decide what you want to do, whether you want to store them for yourself or you want to go ahead and make 4 distinct gifts. Maybe you have 4 parties you have to show up to. You've got 4 things to show up with instead of showing up empty-handed.
That happened to me this past week. So I had a couple that I had saved particularly for when I had to show up at people's homes, and there was a party someone invited me to, and I just grabbed a box real fast. And when I showed up at the party, I said, here you go. And people were like, oh, you didn't have to do that. But everybody went straight to the box, and everybody was just like, oh my gosh, these are so good. And so everyone was talking about it. And even after the party, I was having people tell me, those were so good. Thank you so much for bringing them. This is the idea. It's easy for you to do. All you have to do is just stock up on some and you have them and you're ready. This is also a great idea, you know, for corporate gifts. This is a great idea for those gifts for teachers, people in your life, like we were talking about with the jars. Maybe it's, you know, the woman who's done your nails all year. Maybe it's your post office, you know, person.
Maybe it's the people at your doctor's office that treat you so well, that take care of you, the ones that give you the little samples of your medications that you don't have to pay for. Because the reason I say it is because my dad's like, hey, the girl at the doctor's office, she's so good to me. She gives me whatever I need, right? And so, I mean, just think about all the people that have touched your life, that have made your life easier. When you show up with something like this and they're not expecting it, you feel so good.
Oh, absolutely.
Because you put a smile on people's faces. It's just what we should be doing this season. It's a season of giving.
Yeah.
I hope you try this out because David's cookies, they are iconic. They use the freshest, best, most expensive ingredients. They bake it fresh when you order. It's not sitting in a warehouse. With 3 minutes left in the presentation, you are getting a value here that is exceptional. You're getting top sellers. You're also getting that, I had never tried, the raspberry cheesecake brownie. Had never tried it, my first time right now.
What'd you think?
You're getting new stuff, you're getting their classics, and you're bringing it home right now for $8.74. You pay overtime with FlexPay. Everything's on 4Flex. We wanna make your life easier because we know that a lot of people are like me.
Yeah.
You've waited till the last minute. Come on.
And now it's like, okay,
just
what do we
check it off your list.
Just check it off. And here, what I'm showing you here is I've actually taken one of the crumb cakes and I broke it in 4 pieces. So I broke it down into probably the more or less piece that you would probably eat, maybe 1 or 2 of these. And I want to show you how big a tray is. This is how many pieces you're actually getting. So this tray is 30 ounces. So it's just shy of 2 pounds, this crumb cake tray you're getting. So you're also getting a full tray of the raspberry cheesecake brownies. Let's go back and talk about the chocolate and robed brownies. These are one of my favorites. I know that everyone talks about the pecan meltaways and I eat them too. However, at this time of year, for some reason, these speak to me. And I think it's because I'm a real chocolate lover. So if you know someone who's like a real chocolate lover, not only are you getting the brownie on the inside that we know and love, but you're getting it wrapped in chocolate and then drizzled with a white chocolate. And they say these are bite-sized, but let's talk about something here. That is like 2-3 bites, really. So it's a huge bite-sized piece to me. And you can really take these, and I've done this. I've taken these, and I'll break them up into pieces and then put ice cream on it. I know, right? I just like, maybe I
did that when I was expecting.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're barking up the right tree.
Good.
Can I just tell you too, when you bite into these, there's a little kind of snap when your tooth sinks into that chocolate layer, the way they're enrobed, and then you get the moist goodness of the brownie inside. It is so wonderful. The texture on these, out of this world. These will become one of your favorites. And everything is done with such right layers. Nothing is overpowering or too sweet. I mean, David's really does it right. The one thing I will tell you is that this crumb cake, the first time I had one, I mean, that thing, you really only need a little bit.
A little bit goes a long way.
It is so rich and beautiful. Like, I was like, woo, I'm gonna do a lot of things today. Because I was just, it was, I mean, so rich and beautiful. You can tell the ingredients are quality.
Look, because look, here's what I want you to do. If you have people coming over, use one of these towers and just cut them up into little like petite four type pieces.
Pretty?
How much money would you spend to go to some bakery and have them do something like this for you? Because you're purchasing this, you have plenty to make a tower just like that.
You would pay more than $35 for somebody to create something like that. You would pay more than $35. Even at David's, you would pay more than $35 for this. The fact that I can bring it home right now for $8 and change and maybe not make dessert for my big party or maybe have 4 different gifts to show up at people's door with. I mean, it is making your life easier, and I hope you jump in because everything is really delicious. 449871 is your item number on that. I always love seeing you, my friend. Thank you for feeding me treats.
You're welcome.
I had never tried this one. It is knockout good.
I know it is.
So stay in the ordering process. These items always go so quickly.